Let's get on the magic rainbow carpet and go with the time traveler deep within the cosmos to the beginning of the timeline of eternity. Here we will experience the events that led up to the Big Bang, which brought our universe into being. When we reach our destination of 15 billion years ago, our first stop will be to take a look at the buildup of vibrations inside the original black hole in the ethereal realm. The vibrations build up and imploded, then build up again, causing the first nuclear explosion, which was the beginning of our universe. The first universe was an endless, identical frequency of light. It had only one mind, a large, all-encompassing ability to know that it was the beginning and the end. The potential to separate the mind into fragments was preset in the beginning. This potential differentiation is a very important part of the evolutionary process. The word potential may be described as the negative or female energy, and differentiation as the positive or male energy. This first universe, then, was based on identical frequency throughout, with the potential to change. The original vibration that began below the line of demarcation caused a tear in the cocoon of ethereal matter that was the absolute beginning of all. In this case, it tore away the skin containing the darkness, the black hole. Universe number 2 was born or created over a long period of endless time. It was blocked from realizing the possibility of becoming many different frequencies with many different rates of energy. This led to much frustration of the creative mind. This blockage caused the first hint of friction to come into being. The capabilities locked into suspended animation caused the combination of friction and force to combine into potential energy. We could term this universe as potential force. Matter irritation combined with the thought of expansion brought about or accomplished this next universe. The cocoon unfolded its petals. It was an unfoldment of nothing, complete stillness, frozen and dark, that unfolded its petals. It was like a tear in the lining of our universe, which was caused by a vibration that came from the stillness. The third universe is built on potential expansion. Universe number 4 was created when the petals of ethereal matter unfolded and allowed this tiny little bit of vibration to rise up from the internal dark hole into the manifested plane. It expanded to fill the total vacuum of allness that it found above the line of demarcation with light. Not visible light, but invisible and balanced light. Balanced light means an identical frequency throughout every square mile of eternity. This very frequency that filled the vacuum was so potent, so powerful, that it caused the heating up of the unpervaded space above the line of demarcation. The space the vacuum filled was frozen before the light flooded it. When heat meets ice, there is condensation. In this case, it was droplets of condensed primal gas. The different frequencies that were only potential thought before became reality now, and this fourth universe created the first sound as we know it. This manifestation of sound in physical matter took the form of a drop of condensation, the first matter in all of creation. The drop of condensation, the first matter in the universe, was endlessly expanding and led to more frustration of thought, because this sound needed a way to express its individuality. This was accomplished by the droplet of condensation splitting in half and bringing into being the manifestation of colors. This allowed these frequencies to express as beautiful, vibrating colors. The negative or female droplet, the manifestation of color, pulled more vacuum into it through suction, and the positive or male droplet, the manifestation of sound, gave back or emitted material of the vacuum back into the vacuum. In other words, what one droplet took from the air, the other returned. These two droplets or atoms continued pulling in and emitting until an imbalance was achieved. Due to the increasing vibration and the motion caused by the heat of the colors, a frequency was set up that continued to build until something had to give. It eventually overbalanced, and crystalline white light filled the area. Visible white light this time, not invisible as before. The actual beginning of creation, the start of everything, was caused by this vacuum becoming so great that it caused an implosion, a vacuum sucking into itself. The build-up into glorious beauty could not be contained and caused the stripping away of each universe. The universes went backwards in a receding order, falling clear back to the beginning, only a transformed beginning. This transformed beginning started the identical build-up as before. The second buildup of the 7 universes followed the same path as the first buildup. When the buildup reached the same point the second time and imploded, the vacuum was unable to contain what had followed back into the tiny black hole. The droplets reunited and pushed the material contained in the droplets back out into what was left of the vacuum. This caused the explosion of the vacuum. This explosion is what our scientists call the Big Bang. We are still in the action of the big explosion. The explosion shattered all except one atom, which was left perfect and whole, the hydrogen atom. This, then, was the birth of our Creator, the beginning of our universe. It all starts with a tiny black spot at the center of all universes. This tiny black spot is a tiny black hole of compressed space, and this is where the very high, most central, all-powerful original core of energy is to be found. The central core of the universe is the life force of all in it. It is made up of frequencies of energies that are so high in pitch that 1 second of a sound of them would split Earth in half. Such a high frequency of pitch or vibration is unknown on the Earth. This central core is the energy center of those extremely high frequencies. This energy is the harmony of the sphere.